The extra long bristles make them ideally suited for doing long, thin lines. And I'm not turning my wrist, I am moving my whole arm for this. Here I can flick my wrist just a little bit for some of the shorter grasses. But these long ones, you want to kind of lead the brush where you want it to go. So you need to move your whole arm. The tip of the brush can also be used to create small dots. Just holding it at a slight angle to the paper so that the side of the tip is pressing down. If you press straight down, you can get very, very fine little dots. You want to always pull from where you want the line the thickest up towards where you want it to thin out. Wherever you first set your brush down is going to be your thickest line, area of your line. This brush does a really good job of very, very fine lines. If you will tilt your paper in the direction that you are going to be pulling your line, you can get a very thin line. If you press down a little harder, you can get a thicker line. You see where it broke up right there? That means that my paint ran out. So I've actually scooped the paint up onto my brush now. And I'm going to set it down, and it's going to make a thicker line there, and then as the paint runs out, you get a thinner and thinner line. And I'm moving my whole arm here, and I'm not really moving my wrist at all. Now sometimes you will want to, if you're doing a shorter line, you can kind of flick your brush out at the very end, but your line is going to be thickest where you start, where you first touch it to the paper. You can't get a very thin line unless you very, very carefully, but you're still going to have a thinner line here than you will where you started. If you want to do curvy shapes, you need to hold your brush well back and up off your paper with this brush. And lead that brush where you want it to go.